Every country on Earth is in debt. The United States owes over $38 trillion. Japan, Europe, China, even oil-rich nations. So here's the real question. If everyone owes money, who is actually being paid? Debt isn't just a burden. It's the hidden architecture of the modern world. Every war, every boom, every collapse runs on IOUs. Follow those IOUs long enough, and something disturbing appears. The world doesn't owe money to one place. It owes it to itself, but not everyone benefits equally. Today, global debt exceeds $315 trillion. That's nearly 3 times the world economy. To understand this, we go back centuries. Before banks, before markets, debt was born in war. In 1694, England was fighting France. The crown ran out of gold. Taxes weren't enough. So the king turned to merchants. They funded war for interest, guaranteed by future taxes. This deal created the Bank of England. For the first time, governments spent money they didn't have. Lenders received tradable promises. Those promises became government bonds. France copied the idea. The Netherlands perfected it. America used it to fund a revolution. Debt stopped meaning failure. Debt became credibility. The ability to borrow became the ability to rule. Empires once conquered land for gold. Now they issue bonds for interest. The battlefield moved to balance sheets. Fast forward to the modern world. The U.S. owes $38 trillion. Japan owes over $9 trillion. Debt grows by $1 trillion every 100 days. Every country owes. Every bank lends. Every citizen is involved. Through taxes, pensions, and savings. So who owns the debt? Let's start with the United States, because its debt is global. About half is publicly held, mostly by Americans. Banks, pensions, insurance funds, even the Federal Reserve. Foreign countries hold only 1/3. China holds only about 2% of total U.S. debt. America mostly owes money to itself. Taxes pay interest on bonds. Interest flows into retirement accounts. It's a financial mirror. And this loop isn't just American. Japan lends to the U.S. The U.S. lends through the IMF. Europe lends via the World Bank. Developing nations lend back through reserves. Everyone holds someone else's IOU, a global poker table of borrowed chips. And no one can afford to stand up. But above governments sits real power. The markets. They decide who borrows cheaply and who collapses. When confidence breaks, currencies fall. Governments fall with them. Central banks sit at the center. They don't just manage debt. They create money by creating debt. Every dollar is someone else's IO. There is no debt-free money. This system runs on confidence. As long as belief holds, it survives. But when belief breaks, creditors appear. Greece, Argentina, Sri Lanka, bailouts arrived. So did austerity and unemployment. Yet the system always restarts. Because debt isn't meant to be repaid. It's meant to be rolled over. Governments refinance forever. Interest is the real product. Stability is the rent. The U.S. will never clear its debt. Japan's debt exceeds 250% of GDP. Yet investors stay calm. They're not waiting for repayment. They're waiting to renew the deal. Government debt is the world's safest asset. If it vanished, markets would collapse. Debt is capitalism's heartbeat. But here's the final truth. Interest flows upward, from workers to institutions. Debt transfers wealth. Inequality and debt rise together. There is no single villain. It's the system and us. Debt is a promise, and no promise lasts forever.